G'day guys, I am super stoked to finally be able to release the KS3 Spring, which is now available for sale on Kewlus.com. Now I want to go through 3 key features of this new spring. Then I'll put some gloves on and I'll do a demo. Now the first thing you'll notice in comparison to the KS2 is that it's bigger. The wire is thicker, the coils are bigger in diameter, and there are more coils on this spring. And what that means in terms of the Cobra bag is that it oscillates a lot quicker and for a lot longer. Aside from it being bigger, it's actually made from a new type of steel, from a special type of steel that's highly resilient to this sort of movement. So it's going to last a lot longer than the KS2. Now the one thing about the KS3, given its power and speed, is that it does require a very stable platform. Now in my last video I showed you how to make this nice big and thick base, and it really needs a nice sturdy base like that. So a baseboard that is thick and wide, 2 feet by 2 feet and at least 1 inch thick is what you need. And then you want the sandbags on top or some kind of weights on top that add up to a total of about 90 pounds, and that's going to give your KS3 Spring the performance that it deserves. Now the second key feature are these alloy connectors that allow you to have 2 adjustment points at each end, so one at the top and one at the bottom. Now I've done away with the rubber spring caps in this spring to make it a lot easier to mount, dismount, and also to have that perfect fit with the click bars. So both at the bottom and at the top, the fit is just perfect. There's no more trying to fit it in, trying to squeeze it in. It just slides in, just like that. Now the third feature, and the one that I'm most proud of, is that this spring gives your Cobra bag the ability to have a shortened version of the Cobra bag. That is removing the bottom click bar and the click mast and plugging the spring directly into the multi-base with the top section. Let me quickly show you. So you take the top section off at the spring, remove the click bar, remove the click mast, and then you can plug the spring directly into the multi-base and then tighten the clamp at the bottom. So this now gives you a really nice short version of the Cobra bag. Now you've got this small version that can be used by small kids. Okay, I've got my gloves on and I'm going to demo the new spring. So straight away I feel there's power in it, so when I'm punching I can feel the weight. And yet it's still really fast. Yeah, feels really good, and that's on the short top section setting. I'm going to extend that, so 2 notches down and the full length here. So that's pretty long. That's a pretty long reach. Much slower, but you can feel the reach. So you have to punch a lot harder, a lot further, and it comes back. So you've got a lot more. So that feels different. So it's a different type of workout. You can get close and let the ball go past you. A different type of workout, but it just feels nice and solid. It feels really heavy when you're punching it. And of course it can be set up for the shortened version of the Cobra bag. I'll do that next. So now someone that is small, like a small kid, 5-year-old, could potentially use this bag to practice. Or you could use it sitting down if you've got an injury in your leg or something. So it's able to be used by adults and by kids. And it still works just as good. Now guys, one thing I should mention is that the connectors actually screw in. So they just screw into the spring. And I've used an adhesive to lock them in place. But sometimes that bond can break. I'm still trying to find the best type of glue to use. However, what I've discovered is that if it breaks, you could just use some epoxy glue where you've got A and B sort of glue you mix together. You put them around here and then you screw it in, and that should lock it in place for good. Now I'll put a link in the description to the glue that is best used for this if this happens in your case. Don't sweat it, it's not a big deal. These are designed this way. They're designed to take quite a lot of rotational force, but in some cases, like when you're trying to plug it into the base or you're trying to unscrew it, it can come undone. If you are inserting it into the base where it's quite tight, make sure you twist it in a clockwise direction, not anti-clockwise. Otherwise, it can break the seal and come unscrewed. But in any case, just use some epoxy, put epoxy around it, and screw it back in, and Bob's your uncle. Now guys, one of the most exciting things with this spring, given that you can set it up by having it directly in the multi-base, is that you can actually set it up as an upside down Cobra bag. And that's something I've been really wanting to try and do. And with this spring, it's possible because you don't have that really long section at the very top. But this ceiling's probably not the best. I've attached it using suction cups, as a multi-base can use suction cups. And I'm sort of trying to see what it's like. Now this ceiling is just not suitable for it. You need to have this attached really securely to a beam or something at the top. But it gives you an idea of the type of possibility here that we've got. I'd be really keen to see this sort of thing in proper action. I don't want to hit it hard because I fear I'm going to break the ceiling. Now I've just extended the reach of this, so lowered that. And this may be possible in my case if I had someone small, a kid for example, and it moves a lot further. I am just scared of the ceiling breaking apart, but you get the idea, is that there's huge potential there. It just needs to be set up properly. And my ceiling is quite low. I can touch the ceiling in here. So it needs to have set up somewhere where the ceiling's further up. So the bag needs to be at about sort of chin height, chin level, or head height. So when you're punching it, it's at this level. Anyway guys, good luck with that. Keen to see it. Finally guys, a horizontal Cobra bag, something I've been playing around for a while. Even with suction cups, it works pretty well. But if you want to set it up more permanently, I just get one of these bases, screw it onto the wall permanently. You got to have the right sort of wall. I've got a chipboard attached to the wall here, which has a nice smooth surface, and I can use the suction cups to mount it. You could do the same, or you could just have one of these bases attached. But gives you another option for working out with your Cobra bag. So you've got multiple options with this thing. Guys, I want to see you do this. I want to see how you go. Really keen to see this thing in action. That's it guys, finally. I just want to thank every one of you for supporting me through the channel, and also going to Kewlus.com and buying my gear, trying it out, testing it, giving me feedback, and all the great reviews that a lot of you have put on my website. It's been amazing, and it's allowed me to invent new things, to invent new ways of using the Cobra bag, extending the Cobra bag, and there's more to come. So stick around, make sure you subscribe, tick the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.